I was I was sitting there, and I think I was with Richard Nixon. I forget who I was with, but I was with some guy, and they were telling me how they were going to kill my people and wipe the walls and do this and that and blah 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 blah. And I was like, "You haven't met my Irishman yet, have you?" I said, "I had a lot of faith in you, Irishman. I did. I really did." I said, when you went to Mexico, you didn't let anybody push you around. When you went to basically to build the Empire State Building or working in New York, you didn't let anybody push you around. Like, I knew you as basically a group that would get the job done regardless. I knew you as a very proud and great society and civilization. And so when they were laughing at me, telling me how, you guys were gonna fold like water and this and that, I was like, no, they're not. I have a lot of faith in you. Anyway, like I said, I knew my White Star Line captains and I knew my White Star Line ships, and I was right. Like I said, there was in that one thing in Halifax or something like that. Those Irishmen died. I'm pretty sure, but they died for a reason. They died to stop. Like I said, I didn't. You know, we stopped the war for a little while anyway. Anyway, and then I backed you. Like I said, that was another time point, very important fact. The Irishmen had died to stop that shipment of explosives into basically, I believe, Germany or someplace like that. I'm pretty sure the black people or someone was going to use it to basically kill people, and the Irishmen, you know. Anyway, though, and then I basically, that was also one of my great moments too, when I was like, I am Lucifer's star, because because they were going to try and buy it from someone else or something else, and I was like, no, you're not. And I just started buying up all the different places where they could get explosives or whatever. I think I was the world leader in explosives anyway. But basically, we held off the war for like a year or two or 5 years or something like that. I think, if I remember right. So, especially after those Irishmen died. Like I said, when you talk to people or when you know people that walked or went to their death, things change for you. Things changed for me. Like, they had died to stop that shipment. And so, like, if I was like, oh, sure, yeah, we'll sell you some more. Like, that would have been like, slap me or just, I would have rather just gutted myself right then. Those Irishmen were brave men, and for the women and children. Anyway, so, like I say. So I tried to stop it and spent a lot of money, and basically, I don't know. I was a bit full of myself, maybe. I don't know. Well, I tried to, it was somewhere around there was one of the first times when I was basically, I had been kind of like cautious, timid, and just like not too out there with anything. I mean, I was Lucifer White Star, but I was just like, yeah, just one of the board. And I think the board, they thought I was going to vote with them or something. They voted to basically blah, blah, and I was like, no, you're not. Anyway, and then my Irishman, and all that other stuff. They backed me and stuff like that, so. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we delayed the war like a year or two or something. At least the way I remember it. So I don't know. Like I said before and stuff like that, when someone would die for me, I'd always remember it. As long as I could. And I wasn't going to let them die in vain. You die for me, you die for a reason. I would never be like, oh yeah, whatever. It's like, no, those people died for that. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I was a little bit like that. I was, well, like Rick Bush or Rodney or someone at some point would say, calm down, Brian, you need to calm down. We're not going to give you anything unless you calm down. I was like, fuck that. I was mad. I don't know if I use the word fuck that, but I was like, I don't want anything from you and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, it's like, you can keep whatever you got. I was mad. I was really mad. Like they were trying to limit me, or at least trying to keep me from being mad. And I was like, no, I'm mad. I'm really mad. I'm still mad. I'm not going to stop being mad. They tried to take away my country. They tried to take away my company. They tried to deny me my name. They tried to sully my name on Lucifer Star. One of the greatest, most epic people in the whole in existence and on the planet Earth. You try and say that my Irishman died for no reason. You dare stand or sit in my White House and inside my Congress? Like, oh yeah. That's another reason why they didn't want me in Congress or inside the White House, because I would have let them have it. I was going to let them have it. You know, because it's like, how dare you? Yeah, you know, like I said, it was a dull scream that kind of like came from inside of me to basically, you know, where I was just like, you know, I just didn't care anymore. Like, how dare they? How dare they just trying to piecemeal out my great company? How dare they say that I had prison ships that were covered in shit? They use the steam hose, and then say, they use the steam hoses on the prisoners. No, they didn't. They use the steam hoses to clean the cells out. And stuff like that. And to keep the bugs and diseases out away from the things. My White Star Line ships were spotless. You could eat off the floor. They still are. And I said, where do you think Carnival Cruise came from? Do you think it just popped into existence? You think someone just woke up and went, hey, I'm going to create an epic cruise company. Can I have $50? No, it's the leftover remnants of basically what was White Star Lines. Still the white ships. Then later on, like my research vessel and basically one of my ships, basically people were cruising around. I can't believe it. Titanic was the fastest ship, or at least one my ships were the fastest ships in the seas. Like I said, they only rated. Like it's so funny too. They rated them for 28 knots, but they'll actually do 45. It's like, yeah, I know. They would at least do 38. That was cruising speed, guys. 28 knots was cruising speed of the most fuel efficient ways, but they would actually, I believe, do 43 or 38 knots. Easy. Wide open, wide tilt, and with oil burners or whatever on. Turbo! I laughed about it. I was like, it's steam turbo. I just wanted it on there just for that. Yeah, but yeah, they used it. You know, it worked all right though. But I think it could do about 38 or so, or something like that. At least 30 or something like that. 32. So most of them could do a lot faster than they rated. They just rated them at cruise speed. I said, yeah, just rate the top speed as the cruise speed, the most efficient. So that's what they cruised at. It's so funny. A bunch of people. It's like, you know, you could really tell that they really didn't know what the fuck they were doing, what they were saying when they wrote all this shit. It's like, yeah, I know. Like what, just because it says it went 28 miles an hour, or 28 knots, you thought that that's all they could do? Really? Wow. Submarines that could go down. The old submarines could only go down to about 100 or 400 feet. Yeah, if you read the book. I was wondering how long it would take you before you got that. But they would actually do 800 or 1600, 1200 feet easy. So I just didn't want you going down more than 100 or 200 or 400 feet in a civilian class sub.